Let's go! What third? Welcome to the club. Alright. Real talk. New plans for 2026. Okay, listen. I'm gonna lock in. We're gonna do shit that we never done shit before. We're gonna do shit that we never thought we would do. And Brody, I'm telling you, man, we are locked in. I got so much shit planned out, you have no idea how crazy it's gonna be. Every day. Okay, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a little story right now, okay? Oh, my little dog. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something crazy. While I was working at Spencer's, there was this kid who says, "Oh, I'm trying to make my music career work out." And I was like, "Oh, cool. How's that going for you?" He's like, "Pretty well. I play in a band, live band." I've always been jealous, right? I'm like, "Damn, a live band. I want to play in a live band." And I never had friends that wanted to do stuff like that. So then he shows me his live band and he shows me his Spotify playlist. Literally, 14 monthly listeners. You go to my Spotify playlist, 14,500 something monthly listeners. And I realized to myself how ungrateful I am. Because this whole entire time I'm like, I could do better. Oh, I'm holding myself back. Da 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 da. But at the end of the day, I met another girl who wants to be an artist. And she was like, oh, hey. Like, I'm trying to be a musician. I was like, oh, cool. How's that going for you? And I realized how stupid I was. Because she tells me, oh, well, I just started. That's why I moved to LA. And then she shows me her music. 5 monthly listeners. And I realized to myself, I'm throwing away my life. I'm 23, about to be 24. I'm too young for this music shit. But then you see these artists are like 30s and 40s and shit. And at the end of the day, I realized it doesn't matter how old I am. What matters is what I'm passionate about. Like, I don't have to work a 9 to 5 all my life. I can literally do whatever the fuck I want. It's free will. It's free will. Okay. Okay, maybe I had enough to drink. I remember the first time I got paid, I believe, $200 for the first song on YouTube, which was Slit My Wrist. And I was super happy. I'll never forget it. The one time. Excuse me. The one time I was at Ross, minding my own business, and a comment was on my song, Slit My Wrist. And I looked at it and I said, huh, that's so weird. That's the 4th comment in a row about Slit My Wrist. An hour later, I look at my YouTube channel and it shows that I have over 100,000 views on Slit My Wrist. And I was like, holy moly, that's crazy. But not even that. Okay, like the fact, if you really think about it, the fact that I have this amount on Billie Eilish, that amount on Billie Eilish, and these amounts in these videos, it blows my mind because I never expected myself to really overachieve that. And listen, I'm not going to be negative, okay? I want to keep this channel positive. I remember when I first started this channel, I would vent a lot. I don't want to do that anymore. But I will never forget the first time I hit 1,000 on a song. One song that my cousin did a shout out on his meme channel. And my dad was not even happy. I remember I went up to my dad and said, Dad, look, I got 1,000 views, 1,500 on my song. I forgot, it was this one though. And my dad, I'll never forget it. Fuck you, you stupid piece of shit. I try to help you, but you won't listen. I didn't show him at the time, but deep down, I was fucked up. Because for me, 1,000 was a lot. It was more than I expected to be heard. And, you know, it just hurts because something so simple that I enjoy doing turn into what my dad would describe as money grab, you know? Like, I'm never really in it for the money. I'm more in it for the fact that it connects to people. And my dad always been like that. Like, every time there's something I'm really good at, he's always thinking of like, oh, you could profit from this, you could profit from that. And I'm just like, yeah, like, it's cool to profit, don't get me wrong. I like, a part of it does come with the idea of making money out of it. But like, if that's all I'm really chasing for, is it really something I'm passionate about? Because at that point, it's just something entirely different. And I remember my dad was like trying to be my manager. He's like, yeah, I'll set you up with a cool music studio. I'll find a manager for you. And he never did that. You know what I mean? And regardless of everything that I've been through, music was always the one thing that I've been passionate about. I always found myself going back into it. I would tell myself like, oh, my life is going nowhere, da 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 da. And then like a week later, I'm like on a book writing my music, and I'm like, I want to put that into an audio. I want to mix that with music. So, funny enough, when I purposely thought I had no purpose in life, I found myself gravitated towards music. And now I got to the point where I made it far, where I got paid. And even though I don't get paid anymore, because I'm so busy adulting, I'm always forever grateful for the fact that I could say that I got paid for my music. Because at least for me, I like to think of myself as someone as an underground artist that hasn't been noticed yet. And even if in the future I'm never noticed, that's okay. Because at the end of the day, I like to think that I did a bit of everything, and that's all that matters. And I want to share that message with you guys too. If you guys ever feel like your life went nowhere, it doesn't really matter how many people see it. It's the fact that you yourself see it. You know what I mean? That's how it should be. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the shit that I seen with my own eyes, where I'm like, believe it or not, the last song for Slip My Wrist and other songs on Spotify that got played, I got paid $3,000, $3,900, or maybe less, I don't know, but it was around like $2,000 to $3,000. And I'll never forget the one, like, when I opened that laptop, my heart was beating fast, and I told my little brother, hey, can you look at this? Like, am I tripping, or is this really how much I got paid for it? And I'm not saying that I want him to hype me up, like, oh my god, that's how you did, da da da. But, you know, he looked at it and he was like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. And I was like, what? What do you mean, whatever? Like, are you kidding me? I got paid. I feel like an artist. I feel like I finally profited off my work. It felt like Vincent Van Gogh. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm probably a little too drunk right now. I'm sorry. But, like I said, this is something I'm very passionate about. I'm probably going to dedicate more time towards it this 2026. Hopefully this video is not long. But I am deciding that I'm going to upload this video regardless of the way I'm behaving. But yeah, I'm very blessed. I mean, think about it. Even when I work, I see celebrities at my workplace. And I'm thinking to myself, it must be nice. But at the same time, it's not like I want that lifestyle. It's more like I just want that privilege of doing something I'm passionate about. And I want to upload more music. I want to upload more content. And I just really want to see how far I could go with it, honestly. And that's what I'm hoping to do with this channel. So I want you guys to know that there's going to be some changes. I'm going to be more dedicated. But I also have to remind myself, if I don't achieve it, it's not about the destination, but the journey. I'm happy where it took me. You know what I mean? And there's some YouTube artists that I've seen that I'm very grateful to watch. And they're very successful. But maybe in their head, they think to themselves, oh, I wish I had 1 million followers. I wish I had 10 million followers. I wish I got monetized on YouTube, etc., etc. But for me, watching their videos with even over 100,000 viewers on a daily basis, is enough for me to be like, wow, they really made it. And maybe for them, they don't consider that. That's totally fine. I'm not at that level where I'm like, oh, I could do more, I could do more. I'll be honest with you. I do think about it, you know what I mean? Like, I tell myself, oh, 14,000 viewers, that's cool. And then I go on with my day, you know what I mean? But now, I should really be grateful because I see these other artists that post just as the same amount of music as I have, but they don't have 14,000 monthly listeners. I do. And I try not to brag about it, but when I see these people's fucking ego, and then when I get to whip out my Spotify playlist, it makes me feel better because it's like when I'm trying to be friends with them and they tell me like, oh, yeah, whatever, like I make music too, and I'm like, oh, cool, and then they're like, yeah, I have like 20 monthly listeners. I was like, cool, and then they don't even ask me for mine, so I'd be like, you want to check out my monthly listeners? And then when I show them 14,000 monthly listeners, I feel good. I'm like, ha, you were trying to be a dick to me, but now you want to be cool with me because I got more monthly listeners. So it's like, it's just crazy, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Not that I'm trying to boost my ego, but it's just like, I just realized how ungrateful I was, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. I really have 14,000 monthly listeners. I should be grateful. You know what I mean? So yeah, thank you. Cheers. I'm hoping that 2026 goes well for you guys. And whatever you want to do, keep going for it. Doesn't matter how old you are. What matters is what you see in yourself and what has changed in your life for the better. That's what I'm going to leave it at. Thank you so much. I'm going to wait till it becomes 12 and then we'll celebrate from there. Cheers.